Hi everybody, just doing a little bit of routine maintenance at work. So, most schools and things now you've got these mixer valves for safety. So it mixes up, blends the hot and cold water together for your hot tap, so that the water's not too hot. But what you'll find over time is on your hot tap, you'll find that the water starts to run really slowly. So these do require a little bit of maintenance. These ones haven't been done in years. I should really do them every year. But what you find in the inlets, this side's not too bad, that's the cold. You've got this little steel gauze in there that gets clogged up. This is the hot side. Look at all the crap that's in there. So I just need to get a little screwdriver, pop that little filter out and give it a clean up. This tap, the hot tap, virtually dripping out of that. The way it normally works is you'll have your cold pipe will still go straight directly to the cold tap, so that's just normal. But then you'll branch into that and run another one off to this filter. And you take the bottoms of these off, and there's a little knob in there that you turn to adjust how much hot gets through to mix with the cold. So just a little tip, if you've got these and you've got really badly running tap, then that'll be the reason for it. Alright, catch you later. Right, I've managed to get that little filter out. On this particular type, it's just a little disc basically. So I don't know if they're all like this, or if some maybe the filter actually goes in. But it's literally just a case of scraping all the crap off of that. Actually done that without getting it out. You can just get a screwdriver and just very lightly scrape over the top of it, so just get all the rubbish off of it. So there's the one with the filter in. So I say get a little screwdriver, just gently scrape over the top of it, run it under the tap, get all the rubbish off it. And there's the one where it's out. So easy enough job to do. The hardest part of this job, like most plumbing jobs, is actually getting in to get it off. This one wasn't too bad, it's quite open, but a lot of them are right behind that P-trap, so they can be a bit of a pain to get off. So you've got them marked hot and cold, so when you're installing these you know which pipe to put on what side. I say little Allen key to take this cover off, and in the bottom it's literally just a little disc, just a little knob. Turn it towards the hot and it'll let more hot water through to raise the temperature, or the other way to cool it off. Memory serves me rightly, I think these are only supposed to be, just for safety, 44 Celsius from your hot tap. Tend to do that in schools and hospitals, nursing homes and that, just to stop anybody getting scolded. Probably the fear of getting sued that everybody seems to do these days. The problem in a technology block, 44 really isn't that hot. It's like just a little bit above lukewarm, so obviously when you've got greasy pans and things to wash, it's a bit of a problem. So I normally knock it up to I think 47, which you're just at the point where you can still keep your hand under there, but you're getting close to the point where you can't, but it's still not hot enough to get scalded. But then what tends to happen when the water hygiene people come round on a regular basis to check our water, then they'll have us and tell us it's too hot. So it's can't win in this building because the teachers want it hotter and they tell us it's too hot. So a little bit of a balancing act, trying to keep everybody happy. The other thing, I'll show you this tap for instance. This ain't the worst one, but this is a hot tap, because that filter's locked up inside. That's as fast as that's running, and some of them it's like half the amount of that, so it'll probably be about double that once that I put that filter back on that other one. And the other problem we have with the line scale, the tap get really tight. So imagine a 13, 14-year-old girl trying to turn that, they struggle with them. So the other thing I've got to do is actually take all these taps off, and I've got 2 rooms like this. Take all the taps off and put some silicone grease on them, take them off, take the top off, take the gubbins out of it and put some silicone grease on all the threads. So I might do a little clip of that. Alright, that's it for now. Right, just to show you how much of a difference just scraping the crud off that little filter is. You can go from having a tap that runs at that rate, or even worse than that, to taking that filter out, or just giving it a good scrape and ending up with I'm sure you'll agree, that is a rather significant difference from just scraping all the crud off that little disc. So, a job well worth doing. Found one with a loose bottom on it, so I've just whipped it off quick to show you. So, it is literally just grab that knob, turn towards the hot side, that'll allow more hot water through, or the opposite to cool it off again. So, just thought I'd give you a quick look at that. So, they'll probably vary slightly, but they're all going to be pretty much the same, I would imagine. I've seen somewhere you don't actually have that. That'll be exposed all the time, but there'll be a little tool needed. There'll be just like a little triangle or some odd shape, so you can't just any old buddy come along and turn it. Okay, everybody, might as well show you this full job. So say some of these taps get really tight to the point where even I struggle to turn some of them on and off. So this is the bit taken out of the body of the tap. So that's a little rubber washer. When you screw your tap down, that rubber is pushed all the way down to the bottom. Down, you can see a nut just into the flat of that, covers over the hole to stop the water. And then we get a little bit of lime scale here. I think it's part of the problem. So we can see that little bit of a washer there. That whole section, this whole spindle, screws right into the main body. You would normally just have a bit of that showing, and that when it's all the way down. So the bit that gets tight, hard to do this one-handed. There we go. So as you're turning the tap, so that would be on there, basically most of the body of this would already be in there basically. Now the bit that's getting tight, as you're turning that little spindle at the top, you've got a threaded bar in there basically. You can see how bad all the rust and, well, it won't be rust but general crap that's in there. That centre piece, as you're screwing the tap, screws into the thread in here. Don't think this is showing very well. Try and get a bit of light on it. So that centre piece grabs in the centre here and pulls this body in and out. Now with the amount of dirt and stuff you can see built up in there, that's where the friction comes. I think there's a bit of lime scale as well on there. Look at that whole section would be sliding into the body here. So again, okay, so get a screwdriver or something in there, get as much of the crap out of there as you can. And the same with a thread inside here, get as much of the crap out of there as well. And then what you need is some plumber's silicone grease. Just now there's plumber's grease on there, but it's a silicone grease basically that's safe to use on taps where it just shouldn't really come in contact with the water, but if it does, it's safe. So it'll be clean now. Get a big blob of that silicone grease, spread it around the thread in there as best you can, and the same in here. Get a little screwdriver and scrape all that thread out the centre, blob of that in there as well, working up and down. I've done a few in the past and they do come out feeling brand new taps in. Just one of them jobs we normally don't get a chance to do, but with the old coronavirus situation, the school's obviously empty at the moment apart from a handful of staff, so while I've got that rare opportunity, I'm getting stuck in, which I say is a bit of a ball ache because it's virtually every tap that needs doing and all them filters, and then there's another room next door that's got even more sinks in. So I'll crack on. So if you've got a stiff tap, that could well be the problem you've got, and that's a solution to it if you don't want to go to the expense of actually buying a new tap for it. Alright, end of video. Catch you next time.